Hi, welcome to this quick video about another cool update that Workshop Software has delivered. So this one contains a number of small but really cool things that have been added in to make your life with Workshop Software a little bit easier. The first one is I'm just going to jump into doing a booking and go into the booking diary and do a booking for this client. What we've actually done is we've added the Burson's integration into the booking diary. So you can click on add the Burson's item. That will take you into Burson's easy parts, and you'll be able to pull them back into the booking diary. So previously that was available on the invoice, the job card, but we've added that onto the booking diary, which is really cool. So the other cool thing is if I just jump into the vehicle here, what we can actually do is we've had requests that the build date doesn't necessarily, and in certain countries, New Zealand, the United States, for example, they don't necessarily put months in, like, for example, we might do in Australia. So you can just put in, for example, 2003, and that is a valid date for the build date and production date and so on. So you just go save, and that's saved. So that was previously you had to have a month in there. So where you don't require a month or you don't want to put in a month, you don't have to anymore. So it just makes it a little bit easier for managing your vehicles. So the next really cool thing is if we go into the inspection tool and we go and have a look at some of these, or just pull up a random inspection in this instance, what we can actually do now, you've always been able to email the inspection, but what we can do now is we can actually print the inspection. So the printed inspection has got your details at the top. It's got whether there's all ticks, any crosses, and stuff like that. So you can print this out. You could maybe give it to the client, that kind of thing. So it's just, we've had some requests that people wanted to print out this. It could be something that's nice that you might want to add to the invoice, for example, for the customer, which is a really cool way of making the inspection a little bit better and easier. The other thing that you can do is if we go and email the inspection, what we've done is we've actually added the ability now to add a template. And so you can choose the template from your template list. The other thing too is if we go into settings and go into messages, we've actually got now down here the inspection email text. So you can write a standard set of text, which is, thanks, Mr. Customer. Here's your inspection attached, etc., etc. Write a nice little pro forma email that goes along. You can add a template in here as well if you wanted to, but you can do that for the inspections. The other cool thing in the inspections too is if we go into the customer, for example. So if I go and pull up that vehicle again that I just did before, and I'm going to go into that particular customer. What we can do is down the bottom of the customer details, we've got these lists. You've actually got the customer inspections as well. So you can see the inspections that relate to this customer. So we used to have this, or we still have it, in against the vehicle. So you're always able to go into the vehicle and then choose the inspection and maybe open it or whatever. Now we've actually added that. So we've added that against the customer as well. So just makes it easier to find, easier to open, maybe easier to reprint or email or something like that. So that's been added to the customers. So the other thing that we've got is if you go into messages, you go into reminders, and you've got in your SMS messages now, you're actually able to put in the customer full name as a placeholder within the SMS. So it just makes it a little bit easier, a bit nicer as well for your customers. So we've had some requests for that. So again, we've got your requests. So we really appreciate the feedback that we get, which is usually really, really positive, and people love it. And we do get lots of new great ideas, and most of these sorts of things that we add into Workshop Software are based upon your feedback. So again, really appreciate the stuff that you've done. Just generally, we've added a blank logo by default when you start the system, so it's a little, slightly confusing if you didn't have a logo. So we've added that in as well, and a couple of other internal improvements as well, which are not necessarily customer facing. So there you have it. That's the update for this time. A couple of really cool little things there that will make your life a little bit easier and make your experience with Workshop Software better. Again, hope you love it. Thanks for watching.